The horror of total war, the horror of slavery, which one is worse?
Slavery.
I still search for a better path.
Harper's Ferry does not seem as advantageous as you think. Abolitionism will be made to equal terrorism. You'll set us back 20 years.
No. I'll put us on a quick road to war.
I'm saying we have the moral right to shed the blood of anyone who is working to expand the abomination of slavery, whether or not they are a personal threat to us.
That's terrorism.
So be it.
The wilder the lie, the more people believe it. I cannot see any end to their hatred. It never seems to die, and there's nothing I can do.
The feeling of this nation must be quickened. The hypocrisy of this nation must be exposed, and the crimes against God and man must be denounced.
I think, my friend, you are guilty of a great wrong to God and against humanity.
But you don't even believe in God.
Sir, you know not whereof you speak.
Perhaps the fear-driven South will provoke the North to do exactly what Brown foresaw. You know, I think Brown has changed American history.
Brown, I beseech you, don't go through with this suicidal plan.
This plan is who I am.
Near the end of 1847, the Reverend Leonard Collins asked me to speak at his free church in Springfield, Massachusetts. I had just founded the North Star, my newspaper, and we needed subscribers. After my talk, a white man approached me with an intense gaze.
John Brown.
Frederick Douglass. Are you the same John Brown who subscribes to my newspaper?
I'm your proud supporter.
Mr. Garrison speaks well of you.
Our mutual friend, Mr. William Lloyd Garrison. Eloquent man, important voice. Do you trust him?
Well, sir, when I escaped from bondage, Garrison published my first awkward writing. Took me under his wing, helped me tour with my own lectures.
So you owe him a great deal, but his ideas, how to achieve our goal, do you trust his ideas?
Let's say I'm still developing my own ideas.
Shall we continue this conversation at my home? My children are eager to meet you.
I'm afraid Reverend Collins has already planned my afternoon.
With your permission, sir, I am the plans that Reverend Collins made.
What could I say? It was but a short walk through the crisp November afternoon, and Brown's children were indeed eager.
Annie, what's the title of Mr. Douglas's book?
Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave.
Well, that's exactly right, Annie.
Can I talk now, please?
Go ahead, Watson.
Mr. Douglass, do you remember in your book you had a fight with that slave master? You started to beat him, but then his friend came and they started to beat you. Then you smashed his friend with a tool and kept fighting and fighting, and finally you beat the slave master. Do you remember that?
Yes, Watson. And your account of it is quite vivid.
And so the questions went on. Mrs. Brown served a delicious dinner. And soon, John Brown announced that it was time for him to talk privately with me.
I want to return to your friend, Mr. Garrison. How will he end slavery?
Moral persuasion, immediate national emancipation, and nonviolent resistance.
Nonviolence. A true visionary, your friend. But you can't have both emancipation and nonviolence. It's one or the other. You and I both want emancipation. We must be logical, and the existing Constitution is our guide.
No, it's not. It supports slavery.
Slavery may seem to be implied, But it's the words of the Constitution that are supposed to govern our land. The meaning of the Constitution is in the words, plain and simple. Those words are the Holy Scripture of democracy.
Only the words, not how it's been interpreted.
Do we throw out the Bible because Southern preachers say it supports slavery? No. The words are the voice of God. Their interpretations are filthy lies. We throw out the filth, not God.
Lots of luck.